Hello YouTube, it's Dave with Smize Flies. I'm literally laying down a thread base. I do tight wraps the whole way back. We're going to go well into the bend. Today I'm tying up today's how-to is going to be on a rubber body caddis. I'm going to be using vinyl D-rib. And I'm pretty sure it's made by Hairline because, well, Hairline makes more products than most people know. As a matter of fact, there's probably a lot of products you don't even know who it's made by, and it's probably made by them. Actually, this is made by UTC, which is Ultra Thread Company. Ultimate or Ultra? I think it's Ultimate Thread Company. But anyhow, I'm wrapping back well into the bend. And I need to take 1 second to sink this hook down just a little bit further into the jaws because I'm catching and I don't like that. Okay, so I'm going to wrap back up the hook a little bit. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go the whole way to the bead and then I'm going to come back down the hook again. Just trying to build a little bit of a taper. Not a taper, but just a little bit of a thicker body. And I'm going to build it up real good right here around right around the bead. That's not going to be enough to hold it where it's supposed to be. Maybe just a little bit. But I'm going to let the vinyl D-rib take care of that for me. And I'm going to stop about right there because I have to tie in the D-rib and I like to have a spot to tie it in. Okay, so the piece of D-rib I have is laying right here. I'm trying to be a little bit more organized. I say that and I can't find my tweezers. They were just right here. Right there they are. Okay, so I'm going to feel on this one. One side's rounded, one side's flat. I want the flat side down. Like when I say down, I mean down against the hook. Because I want the rounded part to go up. I want the rounded part to be up top, going into the, going around the hook as I'm wrapping. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to wrap this clear down to where I stopped the thread on the thread base. Matter of fact, I might even go just a little bit further than I normally would. Just because I want this to look good. And I don't know what you guys know about caddises, but caddises are in the water pretty much all year round. They're very prolific in the water. There's so many different variations of caddises. I bet you there's thousands of different variations of caddises. And it's a good pattern to focus in on and try to learn how to tie. Like elk hair caddises are wonderful. Caddis pupas, caddis larvas, things of that nature. Pretty much always catch fish for you. So now, flat side, it's exactly what I wanted. So right now I'm wrapping it with the rounded side, or should I say, yeah. This is basically a piece of rubber tubing, not tubing. It's a piece of round rubber that is cut in half long ways to create what they call D-rib. So, like if you look at it from the end, you'll see it's in the shape of a D, which is amazing to me because it makes a real nice body on your flies. Automatic segmentation. You don't have to worry about wrapping anything up through to make the segmentation look like it's there. And now that I got it around the bend, I'm going to lighten up a little bit because, well, the tighter you pull it, the thinner that's going to get. So if I start wrapping lighter, it's almost going to look like it built its own taper, which is very nice. And when you're wrapping this stuff, you almost want to wrap onto your last wrap. Some people bring it up like this and then just pull it over that way. And that gives a full wrap because you're already past the halfway point. You can just pull it back. Up and back. There we go. A little more. Diesel. Sorry, the dog's sitting here chewing at his tail and makes all kinds of crazy noises. He sounds like some kind of a freaking alien. So I'm going to pull the thread down just a little bit. I'm going to hang on to this. And I want to get one securing wrap. Just like that. Now that I've got it, I'm good to go. I'll just keep wrapping it in. And I'm going to bring it over to where it wraps into the back of the bead. And that helps to hold the bead still. Now that I've got that done, normally I would wrap it in front, but now that, because I'm using the D-rib to hold the bead still, I don't want to do that. So you want to snip it as close as you can, which that was a pretty close snip, but it just didn't really, I'm not going to really worry about it right now because I have the way to fix that right here. This cautery pen. You guys get yourselves a cauterizing pen and you'll be so happy with any of the dumb things that happen when you're tying. And I think I'm going to wait till after because I have this feeling that I'm going to snip my thread with it, so I don't want to do that. Okay, so now I want to find, provided I can find it easy enough, I'm looking for a piece of my peacock herl. Because I like to dress these things up just a little bit, add a little bit of more color to it or something, I don't. There we go. There it is. So I'm going to tie this and wrap it right behind the head. I think it's going to make it look that much more realistic to me. Most of the times you see people tie these, they're going to use like a chartreuse color on the body. But I use tan, and I'll always be the one to use more natural colors. I do use chartreuse, don't get me wrong, but that's on certain patterns that call for it. But I'm more about the natural look of the fly. So I use like olives, browns, blacks, things of that nature. And I probably always will. I don't know. To me, it just makes it look that much more real. When I see a chartreuse fly, I'm thinking, I don't know about that. We're not fishing for panfish. We're going for trout, and trout are particular for the most part. Especially if there's a certain hatch coming off and you're going out there trying to match it. And I don't know. I'm very funny that way. I prefer the natural colors. Once again, that's a personal preference thing. You guys are more than welcome to do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. And you never know, you may have very good luck with it and be like, yeah, that's mine. This guy's full of shiz. And that could be. Like I said, this is how I prefer to do things. And so that's what I'm going to go with. I'm building up a nice little ball up there. See, I think that makes that look so much better. If you guys were watching closely, tell me in the comments if you think that made it look better. And now you want to wrap between the bead and the peacock herl with your thread. Get it to a certain point, and then snip this out. And another thing this peacock herl did is that little piece of D-rib that was sticking down is now hidden to the point where I don't have to worry about it anymore. So now I'm going to do the whip finish. That doesn't mean we're done. I still need to go through, and I'm going to put a little very, very light coat of latex on it, which will make this fly last that much longer. You probably lose it on a rock or a tree before you lose it to the fish screwing it up. There's that whip finish. I like to give it that wiggle to make sure the knot's tight. Get right up as close as I can. And snip it. Before I get to that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay a little bit of Umpqua's head cement. And it's okay if you put it on and you see it sitting there like it's like a little bubble. Let it go. It'll soak right in and dry beautifully. Okay, so now what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the UV Craft resin. Arguably the best resin there is. I said that before in one of these, and the Flysmith commented, UV Craft is indeed the best resin. So, you get someone like him telling you that, just in case you were thinking Maybe not ready to take my word just yet because I'm new to you. Everybody knows who the flysmith is. I was glad to have his backup on that. I appreciated that. I know I'm really taking my, you guys probably think I'm putting a whole bunch on. Actually, I put a bunch on. Not really. It ended up being more than I wanted, so I'm going back through and I'm cleaning my brush off. And what I'm doing is I'm coming through and taking more of it back off. Because I still want to be able to see the segmentation. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to get some of it taken away because I don't want to run into a whole bunch of troubles. There it is. It's going to be a beautiful fly. Now, when you guys start using UV resin, I'll give you a little hint. Make sure you keep your bottle away. These bottles are black because it's very easy to have your light hit the bottle that's clear and go through and cure your resin right in the bottle. And I've had it happen to me. So I kind of want to make sure I put that little tidbit of information out there. Now these caddises, they don't have a tail on them. This is just a, I guess you could say it would be like a caddis larva. It's considered a rubber body caddis. There it is, y'all. Rubber body caddis with a nice peacock head. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel that peacock head behind that bead makes that look really good. So there you go, guys. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate your viewership. Because of you guys, I've got a couple views. I've only been doing this for a little over 2 weeks, and one of the views is over 700. There's 700 views on one of them. So if you like the video, please press like and please subscribe to me. I'm on the road to 1,000 followers. It's going to take a while, but we're going to get there because I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep coming at you and drive you guys crazy until you get me there. Much love, you guys. God bless you all. Have a good day.